Hey everybody, Vinny here. I'm out to lunch today with one of my favorite women podcasters. We don't have a lot of women on here, so we're glad you came.
I'll take it.
Lindsay Bolton. She is an up-and-coming entrepreneur. I mean, you started this gig, like 8 years ago? I won't say how old you are now because I know. But, I mean, it's a great story, right?
Absolutely.
You graduated from college and you decided, I'm going to do my own gig?
Well, something like that. My husband and I graduated college, and I was a elementary school teacher, and he was a recruiter for a insurance carrier. And he came home from work one day and asked if he could practice his pitch with me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was like when you are excited about a new job and you come home and you say, like, let me practice with my wife, like your script or whatever.
Sure.
And so he starts writing down the numbers to the program that he's going to pitch to me. And I was like, oh my gosh, you mean if we do this, this is what we're capable of? And he was like, no. I mean, the agents can do this. You can't do this. And I was like, no, if I quit teaching and I go and do this, if we hit these numbers, this is what's possible. He's like, well, I guess. And I was like, okay, I'm putting my 2 weeks in. Like, bye, kids. Like, I was so done.
You were doing second grade and fourth grade?
Second and fourth
in Houston.
In Harris County.
Harris County.
I didn't last long.
Wow.
But anyways, we went into this industry knowing absolutely nothing about it.
Did you have to wear like a bulletproof vest teaching down there?
No, it wasn't that bad. But it was, honestly, the kids were great. It was the parents. The parents just like not caring about the kids is what bothered me the most.
Tough deal, huh?
Yeah.
So, but let's back up a little bit. You didn't just marry Brandon. I mean, you guys met how? You don't want to talk about it?
You're going to throw me under the bus? We met on Tinder.
Can you believe Tinder?
Yeah.
That's a good-looking girl right there. Why do you even need to be? I think people would be like, Lindsay, take me out, take me out.
Oh, my gosh.
Huh?
No. Actually, I had a boyfriend that I had known or been dating, and whenever we broke up, my friend made me a Tinder account and swiped on a bunch of guys for me to get messages to make me feel better. And Brandon was one of them that I happened to respond to, and we've been together every day since. So it worked out.
You've been married how long?
7 years this year.
7 years.
Yeah.
Got a baby. We're going to talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
So, so you quit your teaching job and went into insurance.
Yeah, we had no business being in this business. We learned everything that we could from podcast videos, YouTube videos, learning from people around us. I vividly remember we were so poor and we had no way of turning back that we got a phone book, like the Yellow Pages.
Yeah.
And we'd sit at our
Yellow Pages, people. This is a book that we'll talk about it later.
We would sit at the kitchen table and dial out of the phone book on our cell phones, so no dialing system or anything like that. Yeah. And neither one of us were able to get up to go to the bathroom to go pee, eat, anything until we made 300 phone calls. And we would get these print off of quote sheets and write down their information and then go do the quotes and go call them back to sell it. And it was a nightmare.
It's funny you say that because when I moved to Houston, I got a job selling stocks and bonds.
Yeah.
I was the #1 cold calling guy for 9 months in a row. Same kind of deal. I didn't do a lot of business, but boy, I could make some phone calls. And when I got into real estate, I had a mentor, Diana Kokoska, and some other people that said, look, just talk to 20 people a day about real estate and you'll be fine. And that's exactly right. So your goal of, we got to talk to enough people. And back then, I've been doing it 20 years, same thing, still had a phone book. And you go through Yellow Pages, all right, accountants and plumbers and, hey, taking on new customers, that kind of thing. Eventually, it goes well.
You call 100, you get in touch with 10, you sell 2. And those are kind of the numbers in the insurance industry.
That's exactly the way it was when I was selling chemicals. Do 10 demos a day and you'll sell 3.
Yeah.
I was the top guy in the first 3 months, or 6 months, and they said, what are you doing? I said, I'm doing what you told me to do, right?
Yeah.
And it's just what it is, a numbers game. So you built this big
I didn't
company.
Start off like this massive, company. We started from the ground up. We were attending like any sort of webinar, anything that we could learn from at the beginning. It was me, my husband, and another staff member. And then we slowly started to grow. And someone from our church community, I don't know if you know Linda Bone.
Yeah.
So Linda got me the opportunity to come and speak at one of the Keller Williams realty meetings, like the team meetings. And I brought, lunch and whatever. It was probably my last dime at the time. But
Yeah, you bring food to a real estate deal, they'll show up.
yeah. But I remember going up there, walking up to the front of the room, and I do not remember a thing that I said up there. I swear I blacked out. And the next thing I know, the team lead, it had to be a God thing, because the same day that it was my first day, or my day to speak, was his first day as a team leader. And so,
that's Keith?
Yeah, Keith Hatler. And like I said earlier,
that's a great guy.
Yeah, he's just someone that like saw something in me that I
took
didn't.
you under your wing.
Yeah, I didn't see in myself at the time, but he asked us to open a second office location in the side of the Keller Williams building, and that changed the trajectory of everything for us. It allowed us to give us some credibility, right? And helped us to build our business underneath us.
It's crazy because I transferred to that Conroe office that you were in with Keith. He was awesome. And I just happened you were in that office with all the windows, and I just happened to come by. Hi, I'm Vinny. What do you guys do? Oh, we sell insurance. I said, I slammed the door. No, and then we started talking about your story. And on this show, we have people that have a great story. And you talked about God. And, had I not left the Woodlands office to go to Conroe, but I'm back at the Woodlands office, I would have never met you.
No,
and we wouldn't be sitting here right now. And the story gets even better, because when we talked, I remember you saying, you're trying to get pregnant and have a baby and get on with your life. And you were doing great then. I mean, the business kind of blew up, right? I mean, amazing if you call a lot of people and say, you want to buy some insurance? You want to buy a house? It's a tough script, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we were President's Council agents with the carrier, which means the top 1% of the nation. We had over 20 staff members. We earned every award you could possibly win within the company. It was a huge blessing, but we were missing that one key piece to our lives, and that was a baby. And we had been trying since the moment we got married. And after 8 months of trying, we found out that I couldn't get pregnant naturally, and that we kind of had to jump to the very extreme of IVF, because the other options just, I don't ovulate. So I have to have help to...
Can you say that on here?
I think so. Basically, I have to have help in order to get my eggs out in order to have a baby. And so we went through IVF the first time.
Excuse me.
And we got 4 embryos out of it, and we ended up losing all 4 babies from the first batch. Mm-hmm. And so we had an ectopic pregnancy, and then I had a blighted ovum, and then I had a blood clotting disorder I didn't know about. And
you're screwed up.
Yeah, I am.
I mean, Brandon wants to go back and de-Tinder you.
That was honestly a fear.
Really?
I mean, he always reassured me that it was never going to happen. But I think as a woman, when you feel like you can't do the one thing that a woman is supposed to be able to do,
oh wow,
it's hard. But we kept trying. We never gave up. And we went through a whole nother round of IVF to extract eggs and make new embryos. And we got 4 more from viable embryos from our second batch. And our daughter, Lucy, is our first.
She's going to be 2 next month.
Yeah, she'll be 2 next month.
It's crazy because I remember knocking on your door that one day knowing that you were having trouble getting pregnant. And I said, my daughter has done IVF, and it's been very successful. If you want to reach out to her just to be reassured or maybe get some tips on, because same thing, she couldn't get pregnant. And next thing I know, I'm pregnant. I'm like, oh, all right.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was such a blessing. And I, at the time, to be honest with you, talking about God.
Thanks. I've known you like 10 years, and now you're going to be honest. That's nice.
Talking about God, though.
Yeah.
I was agnostic for majority of my life up until about 3 years ago. I was raised by my mom up until I was 12 years old. She was very religious, but she like wasn't super like a great person growing up. She's gotten better since. We have a much better relationship now. But I saw a lot of hypocrisy in church at a young age. And so when I moved in with my dad, I was like, my dad's a great person, but he's agnostic. And so you don't have to be, you can be a good person and not believe, basically.
Yeah. We're not going to tell the dad story today.
Yeah. And so I decided that I could do that, and I just continued on my life that way. And it wasn't until I was pregnant with twin boys, and we had bought a new house, and we painted the whole house. And we included the nursery and had the nursery done, with like the dark green color around the baseboards and whatnot. But it was an empty room. And my friend had bought me a pregnancy devotional at the time, and I just kind of threw it into the empty room on the floor. And I ended up miscarrying the babies, and that was my third miscarriage. And I had given up hope, at this point. We had no embryos left. We had to start all over from square one. It was awful. And I ended up finding myself going into that room often and just sitting on my knees and reading that devotional, which led to praying. And then I would disappear for longer periods of time praying. And then Brandon didn't know where I was at or where I was at in the house. And so once he found me one day, he'd come and join me. And then it became like this habitual thing where I found God through the trial that we went through. And so for everything that I've gone through, I am extremely grateful for having gone through it.
Everybody that sits in that chair has that story about no coincidences. There was a God person involved. There was something bigger that's happening there. I mean, Vincent Santini, we've had, Joan Said, the Fitz. We had Go Fitz. I mean, you listen to him talk, and it's tough not to believe there's something else out there. And so you got Lucy, and then you guys started on another endeavor.
Yeah.
Just recently, right?
We started a new company in September of last year. September 15th was our launch date. And we've helped nearly 100 agents. What we do is we build automation systems for these insurance agencies and then train them and their team on how to utilize them properly. We use this CRM called Agency Zoom in our own agency. It's a software where basically, like the emails and text messages you get from your doctor's office,
right,
or, your insurance agent.
My politician.
Follow-ups. Yeah, your politicians.
Swipe.
They use a system for that, right?
Yeah.
For insurance agents, it's called Agency Zoom. It'll help with their follow-up process, their service side, the whole shebang. And the kicker with that is that the system comes blank. Everything has to be built out inside of it.
Oh.
And so whenever I first got it, it's like you pay, $400 a month for it, and for the top package. And what is it, Brandon, real quick? You pay how much? It's 300. I don't know why I'm blanking on the amount right now.
Brandon's chicken, he didn't want to sit in.
I think it's $349. So I'll back up for just a second. You pay your monthly fee each month, and you get access to use a system. And I would get the system, and then I would cancel it because I didn't have the time. I was wearing too many hats at the time to go in and build this out.
Okay.
And it wasn't until I had my leadership team in place that was running the show with the agency where I could take a step back and make it a focus of mine. So I would get it, I would cancel it, I'd get it, I'd cancel it. And finally, I took 3 months where I just head down, focused, and built out the system.
So you build this system, and you can use the same system for all the different agents.
Yeah.
You don't have to do a build out for each one.
We have to do a build out for each one, but now we can export and import it into other accounts.
Nice.
Yeah, and then the beauty of it is that we're not just saying, okay, here's your system, go use it, because no one's going to be successful with that, right? They need the training. So we have an 8-week training program where we meet with them and their team once a week for 8 weeks.
So you and Brandon?
We have a team of 11 right now.
Shoot.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So you went from, like you said earlier, being poor.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time I was so poor growing up, if I wasn't a boy, I wouldn't have anything to play with. But you'll get that later. So, and now you built that by just calling people, you want to buy insurance, insurance. And then you took that and parlayed it into this, where you're training
insurance agents on how to grow their businesses using an automated system. We also just started an AI company that's going to pair for like independent agents. We build inside of a CRM, but they all use an AMS, an agency management system, to like keep track of their carriers and where they're quoting people through and all that. We're created an AI or an API that will connect to their AMS systems to transfer the data back and forth, respond to conversations and stuff like that.
Tell me we don't have the best guests on this show. I didn't know that a lot about you. I knew a lot about you, but not that.
Yeah.
And don't tell Brandon the stuff I know about you. But so you got that thing going, and then what about the program? You got invited to be on a...
Yeah, there's a that's another funny story. I'm
just going to leave and let her talk.
I kept seeing this ad for this TV show called Mompreneur, like MOM-preneur.
Yeah, like entrepreneur.
Like mom and entrepreneur. And I just kept ignoring it for months and months. It's popping up everywhere. So like Facebook, Instagram, everywhere.
Yeah, you must have checked on it one time and then it's boom, 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 boom.
I think it's like they picked up on my algorithm or something. I don't know. But they got it right. Whoever's running the ads is doing a great job. But I one morning woke up early and I came across it again and I went and looked at the questions that it was asking and every single thing resonated with me. And so I filled out the application and then the same day they asked me for a meeting. And then I met with the producers a few times. And then now we're going on this television show that'll air at the end of this year.
So have you already started the process?
Yeah, we actually have a camera crew coming to our house tomorrow to shoot like our interviews for our family and employees.
So they're going to pretty much do what we're doing today as far as your history. And they should have called it Mamapreneur, not Mompreneur, right? Mamapreneur kind of rings better.
I didn't name the show.
You have to tell them that. And Vinny said that. Yeah, that's copywritten. And so is this going to take a lot of your time to do this show? Or?
Actually, no. Like it's going to be tomorrow, and then we fly to Miami in July for the actual documentary style like shoot, and that'll be it. Like we had already sent them all of our B-roll footage and like.
And what do they want to know? Everything that we've kind of talked about. That
yeah.
You're a mom, but you're running a big time business.
Just kind of our story and how it all started from beginning to end, and I think that I don't see it from like my eyes. People tell me all the time like, "Oh my gosh, your story is crazy," or "Oh my gosh, you're so strong, you persevered." But like I don't really see it like that. I just see like I don't have a choice but to keep going, right?
Yeah, you wake up every day and you got a couple choices, right? You can quit or fight. Yeah.
But it is, I feel, important to me. I prayed for a really long time for God to put me in a position where I can share my testimony.
The agnostic girl.
Hey, I mean, I prayed for a really long time to be able to have the opportunity to share my testimony and whatnot and to be put to use it in business, because it's not every day, especially as an insurance agent working for a captive carrier, you can't sit there and talk about it, right?
Yeah.
So it's
my mom growing up, manic depressive, which is called bipolar now.
Yeah.
And so we didn't know what we were going to get, every day. But she always was positive. It'll work out. Just keep going forward. Don't stop.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to you. It's just like, you had these miscarriages and, you could have said, "Oh, screw it. I'm done. Giving up with it." And, you go in the room and you start praying and all of a sudden you got Lucy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's pretty sweet. And now you're such a stud that I'm a mamapreneur.
A mamapreneur.
Yeah.
No, I'm excited for the show. I think it's going to be a really neat experience and something that'll be a legacy for me to leave for my daughter one day to look back on.
All right. So how do agents get with you to get the training. So that's your camera over there. So is there like a website or something?
Yeah, you can go to agencyzoomify.com.
Agency Zoomify?
Zoomify. So
Yeah, we'll put it down below you. Justin will take care of that.
Yeah, the CRM is called Agency Zoom, but we did a play on words there. So agencyzoomify.com.
Agencyzoomify.com. And when they go there, what do they get?
You'll be able to see on the home screen a couple of our videos of introductory, as well as all of our testimonials, our videos at the bottom of the screen. You'll see tabs across the top, and you see the contact tab. Click there and enter your information, and we will reach out the same day to schedule a demo.
Okay, so the demo, what, an hour or something?
It's an hour-long demo.
Okay, and then if they decide to sign up, what's the cost?
It depends on which package you choose.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is there like a gold package and a platinum?
We have a sales-only package that's $4,500. We have our service-only package, which is $6,000, or you can do everything at one time for $9,500 and save $1,000.
And that's forever?
It's a one-time fee. We do offer financing.
Okay.
And so we have a company that you can finance for up to 5 years.
And then do they get that? But is there a monthly charge too?
The monthly charge is through Agency Zoom, and that depends on if you are using their sales-only side or if you're using both as well.
And the reviews have been good? People are
loving it. Yeah, we're working with agents of all sizes. We have agencies that are one-man shows, and we have people that are over $40 million in premium.
Wow.
And the system is the same, no matter how large you are. That's why it's so great, is because it helps you to scale from square one all the way up.
And you've been doing this since September, kind of?
I actually would get asked as an agency owner, hey, Lindsay, how are you doing what you're doing? How are you putting up these numbers? Because we grew from 0 to 15 million in under 5 years. And so I'd have people come and ask me.
Yellow pages. They work.
Hey, that was just the very beginning.
Yeah.
We bought a lot of leads, spent a lot of money on leads. And relationships with Williams. But what was I saying? You threw me off.
About how much it costs per month.
Oh.
Like, it doesn't matter what size it is. You can.
Oh, yeah. No matter what size the agency is, it helps them to scale from, point A to point B. And we were able to do that. So people would come to me and say, like, hey, Lindsay, how are you doing what you're doing? And I'd point to Agency Zoom, and I would help them to build their systems on the side. And so whenever we left the carrier, we decided, we could do this as a full-fledged business from home and spend more time with our daughter. And, so we...
like everybody's doing from home.
It's great.
AI.
It's great. I don't think working from home is meant for everyone. I think it definitely takes a specific personality type.
Sure.
It's hard. And all of our team's remote, and they're half of them are from working in our agency, so we have a really great relationship.
So any insurance brand can do it?
Not any insurance brand. We directly work with independent agents and farmers agents.
Okay. Wow, that's cool. There's a lot of independents because they don't want to be branded with brand X, right?
Yeah.
They've had enough?
State Farm agents, I don't know if you know how they operate.
Can you say that? State Farm? Yeah, no, you can say it.
Yeah. State Farm's a great company. They really are, but they have everything housed. They don't own their books of business, so they have to use State Farm software. Like, they can't choose which software to use. And then all state agents have a really strict texting policy, so they can't text outside of the phone system that is.
I didn't know all that.
Directly given to them. So we are limited right now to just farmers and independent.
You think that'll expand?
I hope so, because it's a tool that agents need.
Really?
Especially all state agents, because they're jumping from system to system to system to system and having to put notes in a million different places. There's just no one centralized place to do it. So it's
that's the way it was for real estate people too. And then Gary Keller Williams. He decided I'm gonna devise my own CRM, which is called Command.
Yep.
And it's in-house. You don't have to worry about third party having all your information and selling it to everybody else. And it's really a good deal. What's the future? I mean, you want to expand to $1 billion company, or you want to have X number of agents or agencies?
Well, we've helped almost 100 agents in just this first
100.
in under a year. It's been really rewarding, but we are looking to continue Agency Zoomify while also expanding into other tech. So there's other technology that needs a build out per se, and the agents need training on that's not being provided by the AMS system or CRM. And so us being able to come in and, leverage our knowledge in the insurance space and help these agents to find their way and succeed.
Nice.
I feel like that's where I get my energy from. I have a teaching degree. I love teaching.
Best salespeople in the world. They make great real estate agents because they're so organized.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of a Berkman personality assessment?
Oh, yeah.
The Berkman? It's
Lance Berkman?
I don't know. No.
We did a podcast with Lance.
Yeah. I'm like, what?
Brandon knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I don't do sports ball, so y'all lose me if it's...
Gotcha. So the Berkman assessment.
Yeah, the reason why I bring that up is it'll tell you exactly how you tick. Like, my top scores are persuasive, like 99%.
Oh, it's like a DISC, a DISC.
It's way more in depth than that.
Well, yeah.
But it'll tell you, like mine's persuasive, and then my second one, that like 98% social service. So
Imagine that.
Teaching, volunteering.
Yeah, teacher person.
Yeah. And it's...
And what's Brandon?
Honestly, Brandon's Berkman says that he doesn't belong in any organization.
That's what they told me when I took the DISC. No, you're not going to be a good real estate agent.
Oh my God.
20 years later. Well, I'm figuring it out.
That's so funny. Yeah, no, his was like outdoor score was like through it. He belongs out like being a game warden or something like that, working alone.
He kind of looks like a game warden.
Yeah.
Huh?
He wanted to go into the Army whenever I first met him. Not Army, ROTC, so not Army yet. But we had only been dating for like a week, and he came home with these papers and was like, they want to recruit me. And I was like, you can do it, but I'm out. Like, I don't want to date you because I'm not going to be a military wife. And he chose me. He chose me. I don't know if that was a good choice or not for him. But
yeah, to get out of the military.
Yeah.
I'm with her.
But he made that decision.
We're going to have any more babies or what? Let's talk about the important stuff.
Yeah, I'm actually supposed to be implanting on the 18th of June.
June. Yeah, June's coming up.
Yeah, I'm already on medication. I
know, and you got to do the injections. Yeah, my daughter had to do all that.
Yeah.
But it's worth it. I mean, Lucy's awesome.
We just went through the ringer, though. Like, Lucy's great, but I had to have a C-section with her, and there was a hole from my C-section that didn't heal. And so I had to have 3 surgeries over the last 6 months to fix it.
Well, Angelica's had all 3 of her C-section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of women don't
and
even
she looks
know.
like you. She's thin and works out. And
I don't work out.
well, she's thin.
But no one knows, like, people have secondhand infertility and don't know. And it's due to C-sections with these, like, it's essentially like a really thin piece of your uterus that doesn't heal properly.
Okay.
I know,
we'll get a doctor
I'm
on
uncomfortable.
here. No, it's good. I like it because I wanted to be a doctor. So, gynecology, actually. That's true. I didn't get to be No, it's true. That's what
Why gynecology?
Making a baby and watching 2 cells come together, and 9 months later you get a Lucy or an Aurora, an RJ, what's my other one's name? Stella. And then I've got a 17-year-old and a 15-year-old. After our grandbaby passed away, our first grandbaby passed away, she was a preemie. So
it's hard.
that fascinated me. A baby, I could do that. I wanted to be a professional baseball player. When that dream went away, I'm like, the doctors make good money. I could probably be a doctor. Now I would not want to be a doctor because there's just too much crap that those guys have to go through, and girls. Sorry.
Our IVF doctor did a video call with me the other day for a checkup after my surgery, and it was his first time being able to see my daughter that he helped create.
Yeah.
Because she's not allowed to go with me to the office for obvious reasons, but he was like so excited, like so happy to see her.
You know what's really great is a positive mental attitude. You could have given up, right? Not only with, making Lucy, but you could have given up on calling the yellow pages. You could have said, when I recruit people for my real estate business, I said, look, can you come back next week with 100 people that you're going to call? And most of them are like, no, okay, well, you're not going to make it. And you're calling 300, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you probably have that many in your phone that you can call. And if not, you just can call anybody. And the worst they can do is hang up on you, but a lot of people don't like the hanging up part. But
There's a guy in the insurance industry called Cody Askins. He's like well known on like YouTube. It's one of the videos that I watched when I first became an agent. And the video's titled like, what's the first thing an insurance agent must do? And it's when you start the video, he's like, you need to write down 500 people from your warm network and start calling.
yeah,
And so I played that video for every single new hire on their very first day of working with us. And you were going to write down, I didn't ask for 500, I asked for 100, but you're going to write down 100 names. And then I'm going to ask you which one on this list is the one that you want to call the least. And then I'm going to make you call them so you get over that hump
nice.
of not wanting to talk to them.
And you started that when you were like, what, 20?
22.
Golly, that is so awesome. I love this show. We have such great people on here. Okay, cool. I mean, I had a mentor that said, look, you got to make a bunch of calls because you got to get to the gold. He said, those gold prospectors, they've got the little tin thing and don't get mad at the dirt because those are all the people that say no. You're looking for that gold nugget. And sure enough, that's true, right? You say you call 100 people, you get 10 to say hi, and you sell 2 of them. Right?
Absolutely a numbers game, and it's a little bit of a mind game too, because you have to be able to keep yourself going after hearing no. And I feel like so many people after hearing no so many times,
I'm done.
We would just tell people that were discouraged, like, that's how much closer you are to hearing a yes. So keep going, pick up the phone. You don't know
you've
if the
eliminated
next one-
those no's. Yeah.
So
Somebody's going to say yes. If you think about it, there's a lot of successful real estate agents, a lot of successful insurance agents. They didn't, the cars that they drive, the money that they make, didn't just drop out of the sky, okay?
Yeah.
They worked their butt off for it like you did. It's the same with making a baby. It's a numbers game. You just got to keep going after it, right?
Yeah, I feel like I just have always had or envisioned my life with a lot of children, and I just wasn't going to take no for an answer.
Yeah.
So it didn't
Brandon
matter.
feel that way too? A lot of children?
Yeah, he's one of 6, and
Yeah.
so he loved growing up with a lot. I didn't have a lot of siblings that I grew up with, and so for him though, that was a blessing, and so I'm excited. I want to be a mom, and
Nice. Well, now with this thing you're putting together, Mamapreneur, you will have extra time that you can spend as it gets bigger. You'll have a lot of free time. You'll hire somebody else to do what you do, right?
Yeah.
So that you have the time to, that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, eventually.
Gary Keller says he
replace
answers
myself.
to 5 people. He's got hundreds of thousands of agents, okay? And he said once he learned that, the company exploded. So,
I had hired a business coach named Dennis Magoo. He owns a company called Astutely.
Mr. Magoo?
Yeah.
Did he have thick glasses?
Magoo. Actually, no glasses. But him and I connected kind of on accident, and he for me, we forget where I'm
Mr.
going. with these things.
Magoo,
So
you met
he was
a
another
mentor.
he was one of those people that also
Here,
believed
drink
in.
something.
He was one of those people that also believed in me, like when I didn't believe in myself. But where was I going with this?
Who knows? When
You
you're on
feel me?
medication, having babies and stuff, your memory goes, I thought I was bad. Mr. Magoo was mentoring you, and that's when your business kind of...
Oh, thank you. So we hired Dennis Magoo with Astutely to come in and coach us for the business, and he asked me, one of the first things he asked was like, okay, well, what does your org chart look like? And I was like, I don't know. What's an org chart?
Yeah.
Like, I had no idea.
You're here.
Yeah. It was like me and then a flat line, everyone underneath me.
Flat line.
Yeah. I was dying. And so he's like, okay, this isn't good. We got to fix this. And so he helped me to build that leadership team. And so
Cool.
that I only did have one person I was answering to. That one person had 3. And then it kind of went down into their teams from there. And that's really changed the way that we do business.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I'm fortunate for that.
You're young. You're going to be a superstar. You were like the top, 1% with the agency. Now you're going to be the top 1% of training people. It's going to be great. Don't you think? Isn't that the goal?
I don't ever look at it that way.
Oh, you're so modest.
No, I just want to like live my life and help as many people as I can.
Okay, good. What else you got? Because I got to go eat lunch. No, I'm kidding. But see, we usually see. You see what these are right here? We compare socks on this show. You didn't wear any.
Oh no.
But look at your color coordinated. But you know that it says on there?
Pops.
Pops. So those are 2 of my grandkids. Oh, wait a minute. That's only one of my grandkids. And me. My daughter makes these for me, and I got to wear them so she thinks I love her and stuff. Yeah.
Should have worn my pineapple
She's in
socks
Prague,
if I would have known.
being a lawyer. Yeah. All right, good deal. Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah,
oh,
thanks for
Agent
having us.
Zoomy. There it is. Agent Zoomify right there.
Zoomify.
.com. Right?
Yeah, agencyzoomify.com.
Agencyzoomify.com. Okay, cool. All right.
You cracked me
What
up.
else? Yeah, I get that a lot. All right, you good?
Yeah.
Great
good.
job. Thanks.
Thank you so
Hey,
much.
if you want to be on the show and you're a mamapreneur or you're full of manure, we'll put you on here. We don't care because we love these. These are tremendous stories of poor to great. It really is. So I'm out to lunch. Peace out.